What is up, fight nerds and dirty gamblers? I am Erik, and this is Erik Bets Fights. This video is going to be something a little bit different. I'm calling this a quick and dirty breakdown. I had occasionally been putting out longer breakdown videos of a single fight where I break down one fight for like 20 to 30 minutes. But I haven't been getting those videos out as often as I'd like, and part of the reason is because of the level of research I have to get into and all the little title cards I have to make and all that sort of thing. So I thought, well, okay, rather than putting it on myself to do those 20 to 30 minute videos, maybe I'll do something a little different where as I'm doing my tape study, if I find a fight that I feel like I've got a pretty good read on, especially if it's a fight that I'm throwing a bet on, I'll just jump in and do a couple minutes little breakdown for you. So this is going to be the first one of those. We're going to do a quick and dirty breakdown of Marc-Andre Barriault versus Chidi Njokuani. So let's jump right into it, folks. First of all, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Marc-Andre Barriault, currently 31 years old. Njokuani is 33. Njokuani is a little bit taller at 6'3" to Barriault's 6'1". This fight's going to be at 185. I believe Njokuani has also fought at 170. He's obviously a little bit taller, but he's a little bit of a thinner guy, or has been anyway. The reach, we've got a huge difference there. Njokuani's got an 80-inch reach, which is quite large even for his height. Barriault sitting at 73 inches. And then Njokuani's at 20-7 for his record. Barriault's record being 13-4. So when I watched tape on this fight, the conclusion that I came to well, maybe I shouldn't jump ahead to the conclusion. We'll just kind of break down their skills a little bit. Njokuani, obviously taller guy, got that long reach. He's a very good striker. He's also got some pro kickboxing experience. He's one of those guys that, not surprisingly, considering his height and reach, he likes to stay on the outside at distance. He throws nice kicks. He's got that long reach with his arms. He is most comfortable when you give him room to move out in open space, to be able to keep his footwork going, throwing his strikes from kicking distance especially. Because, I mean, when he's at kicking distance for you, that's punching distance for him with that reach advantage that he's got. Marc-Andre Barriault, on the other hand, is a guy, he's a good striker. He's not the kind of striker that Njokuani is. He's more of a just kind of a straightforward boxer type. He keeps a pretty tight boxing guard. He covers up well. He has more of just a straightforward kind of boxing style. Barriault is not necessarily a fantastic wrestler, not necessarily fantastic at jiu-jitsu, but he's a guy who's really well-rounded. That's kind of what kept popping into my head as I was watching his tape. Is he's a generalist who's not necessarily fantastic anywhere, but he's kind of one of those guys who's gonna I'm going to use a cliche here, kind of shows up with his lunch pail in his hand and puts in a workmanlike performance. He's not going to blow you away anywhere, but he's very capable everywhere. He's tough. He's got good cardio. He also likes to come forward. He does a nice job of pressuring, but not like reckless pressure, measured pressure, just to kind of keep his opponent on the back foot and keep them uncomfortable. And I really think that that's his key here. If he allows Chidi Njokuani to work out in space, to be able to keep his footwork going, to keep that long striking game going, Barriault's going to have problems there. But luckily, Barriault is comfortable pressuring. We see that from him a lot, and I think that's what he needs to do here, is to be moving forward on Njokuani, covering that distance, making sure that he's getting into punching range rather than allowing Njokuani to work from that longer kicking range. And we have seen Njokuani struggle a lot with being held up against the cage, and also if you can take him down. I believe he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, but we haven't seen a great get-up game from him. We haven't seen a really strong active guard from him. And if you're able to get him down, he is one of those guys who doesn't necessarily pop right back up. He will kind of settle in on his back and just sort of accept that position. So as long as Marc-Andre Barriault comes in here with a smart game plan and doesn't try to strike at distance with Njokuani, which I think we can count on him to do that. As long as he is looking to close that distance, especially looking to hold Njokuani up against the cage and possibly even get takedowns and work on the ground. And Barriault's not necessarily a stellar wrestler. He's not necessarily a guy who's always looking for takedowns, but I think, especially now, I believe he's working at Sanford. I think we can expect a smart game plan from him. I think we can expect him to understand that holding Njokuani up against the cage and looking for takedowns and working on the ground is his best shot to win this fight. So after watching tape, I thought it was fair to consider Barriault even like a 60% here or so. So what we'd be looking at like minus 150, something like that. And then when I pulled up the odds, he was at minus 130. So I did make a bet on him here. I put 1.5 units on Barriault's money line at minus 130, and that line has moved a little bit, and he's actually sitting at pretty much a coin flip now. Let me pull him up on best fight odds here. Yeah, you can get Barriault at minus 105 and Njokuani at plus 100, so pretty much a coin flip. So I think it's fair to line Barriault around 60% here. If you agree with that read, then I think he's a great money line bet right now at pretty much a coin flip. If you do decide to tail that bet, good luck, folks. Remember, I am not a professional gambler, nor am I an expert. I'm just an MMA nerd who likes to bet fights. Watching my videos is kind of about following me on this journey as I learn to get better at this. So I'm not saying you should tail me, but I know some people might decide to. So if you do, good luck. This is never financial advice. This is just me, some guy, telling you what I think. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me with this, folks. I'm going to try to get more of these out as I'm doing tape study, and if I feel I've got a good read on a fight. Once again, folks, I am Erik with Erik Bets Fights, reminding you to play it smart, play it tight, and let's grow those bankrolls. Thanks a lot, folks. Have a good night.